January 16. I hate migrants. But you are not here to hear my litany about the torture of them. You are here to follow me into the rambling forest to pick knowledge from trees that will once mixed make for a mind-nutritious salad. Okay, that sounded better in my head. Anyways, dogs and humans, specifically in the Americas. Last time I checked into the research, the evidence proved that humans crossed the Bering Strait from Asia to enter the Americas about 20,000 to 20,000 years ago, then spread quickly using ships south. Nothing says that it didn't happen even earlier. We just haven't yet found the telltale signs for that master the rigor of scientific testing. The interesting thing is that humans didn't do the crossing alone. See about their dogs. Overall, the first dogs were domesticated about 30,000 years ago. It is very well possible then that the relationship between humans and their best friends turned symbiotic by the conditions of the Ice Age. Because the long-term and close interactions between them then were specifically mutually beneficial. Now, look your dog deep into the eye. Think of a give and take between you, the dependence you both have of each other that becomes particularly palpable as pain when the bond is broken. And here, a beer hug to my friend help. And substitute dog with information. This symbiotic relationship is far older, existing at least since the advent of language. Though one could argue that was only the point from then on out we added to the dataome with our spark of new ideas and our novelty. Our universe was filled with interactions between objects, atoms, protozoans, etc. since its inception. Each interaction is an exchange of information manifesting itself in some way. Does all this information have meaning? Does a slap have meaning? That's rather subjective and depending on the context. But it is information, and as the tree of evolution stretched and crossed its branches, everything on it was exposed to this information. If we wanted to speculate, and who doesn't, the development of the huge brains of humans might be caused by the information, because what was needed in the system was our spark, the ability to not just take in the data, but process it in such a way that we can contribute to the system with our creativity. Fact is, information went through time with us. We shaped it, it shaped us. That's a symbiotic relationship in which we cross-check and correct errors through time. In a relationship like that, there is always tension between the agency, metabolism, interests, and demands of the beings that constitute it. So, it is a common sentiment today of those who partake, and we might not forget that whole swaths of the population today are still illiterate and excluded, that we not only don't own our data, but that the data owns us. At least do we feel pressure of responsibility to feed it like we feed our dogs, by providing data to the internet and or the wider project of human knowledge construction. What we will create can be a gift to the future. And that sounds a lot like what James Clear has said in Atomic Habits about actions we take. They are a vote for the person we wish to become. In our relationship with us, like in our relationship with information, there's a mutual dependence between the parties. Time will magnify whatever we feed with relationships, in the positive, as in the negative. Show up and take your information for regular walks and on trips to new places and possible ideas. Creating those is our raison d'être after all.